welcome to yet another great edition of DA at Work with myself, Councillor Malcolm Maifala Maseb. Today I'm starting my site visits right here at Bromfley Cemeteries, just outside Brackendowns. Now I'm here today because I wanted to see for myself the progress that has been made since some of the complaints that we've had earlier this year. If you remember earlier this year, there was complaints about the long grass here. There was the complaint about, the maintenance of the cemetery here. And I did give information that the MMC was in fact working on a long-term solution, or both the short-term and the long-term solution. If I look around here, if you look around the cemetery today, you will see the grass is cut, predominantly cut. In fact, it's cut all over. As I was walking through here myself, I remember back in January when the grass was so long, up to my knees. So I'm so glad to see the progress that that's been made in keeping this up. Now I would want to also plead with the community to say, let's work together to make sure that this stays like this. And how can we do that? Please do inform me as soon as it happens. I don't foresee that happening anytime soon because obviously we're going into the winter months. So please do inform me about anything that you're concerned about. And even if you see something, a piece of paper, even if it's not you that threw it down, please do pick it up and make sure that we keep this area clean. You want to be proud of the place where your loved ones have been laid to rest. Let's all work together to make sure that we keep this clean and we are proud every time we visit this area. Thank you very much. I'm now at Brackenhurst Police Station, and of course I'm with the infamous ISO that we've been complaining about for so many years. Now what the DA has done recently is that we've actually submitted a petition to national government to implore national government to ask the city to give them this property so that they can build a proper police station, number one. Number two, that this ISO can be rebuilt so that we can capacitate. Either it gets rebuilt or there's space inside that is created for reservists as well as the fiscal head. We want to make sure that the residents are kept safe. And safety for residents starts with the condition of the police station. I've shown many times how this police station is in predominantly just containers, and it's been a temporary police station for quite a number of years. Now it is time we take decisive action, and we implore government to take decisive action and give this property to national government so that they can build a proper police station that the members can be proud of, that the public can be proud of as well. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm now here at the corner of Delphinium and McBride Streets. The reason why I'm here is because for those of you who have noticed, we've started seeing these cameras being put up around the ward. I think this is a great thing that's happening in the ward because as per the IDP that was put up from the previous year as well as this year, we've requested that street cameras be put up to make sure that we start keeping the community safer. And these cameras will also help. You'd remember just before the elections, I spoke about how this street in particular, there's a lot of vehicles driving very quickly on this road, and I personally believe that once these are functional, not only will we be able to monitor crime, not only will we be able to monitor to make sure that the properties are safe, but we should be able to monitor speeding on these streets. This is a positive way forward to keep the community safer as per the DA's priorities in this term of office. Thank you very much. I'm back here at Renenkel Street for one very simple reason. reason why I'm back here is because where I'm standing, we've requested in 2016 that there should be a trench or a channel be built up here. Now, while I see that the trench has been re-dug up, it obviously does not look good. I'm sure you'll agree with me. When you look at this trench, it does not look good. What we've requested the department to do is to actually make sure that this is a proper channel, so that whenever there's water coming down this street, that there's an extra way avenue for managing the heavy rains that could come, especially around this area. You'll remember a few years back, this complex right next to me was flooded to an extent that people have lost their vehicles because of the severity of not having substantial stormwater management. Okay, I want to also just address another issue while I'm here, and this is the conditions of the road. As I was coming down this street, Brackenhurst Street, I obviously had to drive through a number of potholes. Now, here's the thing. I have spoken before about the potholes to say that council is busy starting to repair the potholes. In fact, on my way here, I did come across a truck that's going around filling some potholes around the area. This is being done regularly. This is being done by council. They have started working on potholes. Now, while I'm talking about these potholes in particular, I've also noticed that on this street, and I would like to appeal to residents, especially the ones on this street, to please let us not backwash the pool water onto the street. That is not only in violation of the bylaws of council, it is also exacerbating the issue of potholes in this area. We want to make sure that we fill potholes, but we also want to make sure that as we fill the potholes, we don't always have to repeatedly have to fill the same potholes. So please help us look after the infrastructure. It is not just council infrastructure, it is your infrastructure as well, because this is a road where you have to drive. Thank you very much. Hi everyone, so today I'm also visiting Lawrence. He's a resident of Brackenhurst as well. So now Lawrence, tonight, obviously later on tonight, the petrol price is going up, about 3 rand is going up. Now, please tell us the expenses that you think you'll be incurring, and what does it mean for you?
It's the actual fact, the rise of petrol price is actually going to impact a number of other things. Like, for instance, I've got a little container that I'm towing to the other side of the town. I'm selling food there, and it's going to be difficult now to pass the expenses of that petrol now to the customers, because I've got to raise the price of food. I've got to raise actually the petrol to fill my car and all that. It's unbearable expensive. It's going to impact badly on.
Now, Lawrence, do you only have the one car that you have to fill, or do you have several?
I've got actually 2 cars. One is actually helping my daughter to take my granddaughter to school and back. So I've got this. The other one is a buggy, which is a big car, and it's costly. It's costly. Now tonight, as the petrol is going to go up, then I've got to fill both cars. You're talking just almost about in the region of about 3,000 already now.
Okay. So now, as you're saying, I was about to say, even though the other car is just transporting the child to school, it doesn't run on water.
No, it's run on petrol. Yeah, it's actually my wife as well, using the same car to go to work and all that. It's really unbearable. It's going to be killing us. It's going to be difficult.
We're talking about the petrol price because it impacts everything. It impacts the cost of living, especially when you drive around. It also impacts your budget. Like when you look at everything is going up. And of course, unfortunately, from a council point of view, you're also incurring more increases coming in effect in July. Now, things like petrol should not be costing us that much. We can ease the petrol price by like making sure that we restrict the fuel levy, and that's one of the proposal by the DA. So that's one of the proposals that the DA has put in Parliament, has put on the table. As a council of these areas, I can tell you, for men and women like Lawrence, it will not be sustainable. Not only for their case, like where the people that he's selling food to, suddenly they might not be able to buy as much, and that also affects his business. And I mean, he's a small business, he's not a big corporate which can afford to have so many customers. He has to look after those few customers. As a councillor, I'm saying it is time that government starts making decisions that benefit people like Lawrence, who's trying to help his family. As you've heard, he's got 2 cars and it's going to be more costly. So let's go online, sign the petition and say, let's slash the fuel prices because all of us are going to suffer. Thank you very much. As you have seen today, we've been through a number of areas, and what really encourages me from where we've been is that we are seeing that there is progress being made in the area. This does not mean that the area is, much further from being towards being perfect. In fact, we are not close to be perfect. We still have a number of issues. In fact, as I said, we have alluded to the fact that we've seen potholes being filled. I think it was called Gunki Street. However, we still have potholes that are still outstanding across the ward. It is something that we will continue to follow up on with department to make sure that they've got the resources. I think what is important right now is that the DA's aim is to make sure that government has resources to deliver the services that must be delivered to you as the residents. So we'll keep doing that. And as I said earlier, we've seen how street cameras are now being put up at certain intersections within the ward. That is a progress that is being made under the DA-led Ward 38. So we could keep doing that. Now, just as a last word, I would like to say to the residents, if you could please, let's keep reporting every service delivery issue to the call center, through the call center. The call center number is there. It's 0860 543 000. You can also download the MyCOE app. As a resident myself, I find that my COE app even helps me on days where the call center is not picking up. So my COE app, you can download it via Google, as well as Google Play, as well as iStore. And lastly, we also have the email address that you can send. That's call.center@ekurhuleni.gov.za, as well as the Twitter handle is @COE_call_center. So that is how you can access service delivery. I'm always willing to assist where I can, provided that the residents themselves have gone through the process of reporting those issues. Then I can gladly assist. My email address is stated below, as well as my cell phone number. I will try and respond. If I don't, I will always try and get back to you or address whatever the issue it is that you have texted. Thank you very much and hope to see you next time when I give you more good news about what the DA is doing in your area.